Hello, good evening. And by the way, I'm Arlene Rico from the Philippines. I'm a teacher for the senior high school, and I'm presently taking up my doctorate, and I'm expecting to be graduating this December with my major in organizational leadership. And this is really a dream come true to be part of this inspirational series, The Never Give Up. But first of all, let me say thank you so much and my gratitude to the family. I could consider my new family and the FMERU and the FMERC, to Doc Namrata and to Mom Ringsu, my new company this time. You are all most accommodating and very thoughtful, especially the Eudoxia International University. This is a really a dream come true that when Dr. Namrata asked me if I could speak for the Never Give Up inspirational series, I never say no because it's a dream come true for me actually. I used to look at different speakers in different series in YouTube, and I always have in my heart a dream that I would want to inspire others because for me, I have a lot of challenges in my life that allow me to start when I was in elementary. My mom brought me into the singing contest wherein that was a new experience for me. And all the time, my eyes was fixated on the floor, and obviously, I never won that contest. And that's when I started to view myself as a failure. But when I joined the choir, I was learning a lot of songs there. My first music was my that the person that taught me was the pastor's wife, and when I mastered that song, I discovered that I can read notes even without somebody that taught me how to read notes. And maybe I am a person who was good in music in my past life. I just don't know. I hope I could remember. Now, at school, in my school right now, my current school, uh, I always assigned by my school head to task a lot of tasks, and I would always accept even without prior experience with that. I may say no initially, but I immediately start working on it. As I worked, I felt a guiding inner voice, and I would complete a task before the deadline, which was always appreciated and commended by my boss. There were times when doubted my abilities. However, knowing my boss had requested it, I felt compelled to do it. Uh, Saying no is not for me. It's not good because I have to say yes all the time, especially for my boss, and because it's a requirement for the work. Now, pushing myself hasn't led to my failure. Instead, it made me aware that I had more potential beyond what I thought. The distance between limits, this is the toughest way to overcome. But with resolve, faith, and perseverance, greater rewards await. Now, allow me to speak about our business, how we have overcome such struggles. And actually, this year, we have won the City's Lechon Festival as the grand champion. Uh, Before we are being mocked, especially when people saw my husband is very sickly. They told us, oh, you cannot do that. Your husband is sickly. You do not you will not succeed. But my husband and I continue to manage the business. Even there's a lot of confusions or mockery. Now, but deep inside my heart, I always have this victorious and successful life intention or desire. And On the second time that we have joined the contest, we won the third, and that was the turning point in our success. And on the third, we were crowned the champions, and that's the time where the social media became increasingly popular and influenced many people's lives, and our victory became popular also. And that's the time that our business had started to grow. Now, despite this accomplishment, my eldest son, a cum laude graduate in education, he did not seek employment anymore, but he stayed in the business and implemented changes or any innovations in our business. And that's when we were able to win the Grand Slam champion. Now, prior to starting our own business, my husband earned very little working for a lechon business. And I and my kids would join him and even earn extra income, especially during Christmas. The business owner that business, our boss, would always display a lot of money, thousands of pesos payment from our customers, or from the customers. While my husband watched, I hope I have my heart. Oh, I I imagine how my husband would have also that kind of that much money. Now the same situation persisted for 2 years, but every time I saw the owner have money in his hands, I imagine my husband also holding and counting thousands also. But you know what? It happened. It really happened. We launched the business in 2013, our own business. My husband was, although he was admitted in hospital because he was so sickly at the time, but even though our money was spent, my husband was still upbeat. He showed me some money he had hidden in our ceiling that no one would have expected. That amount was used to start over again. I never considered discouragement or negative thoughts that time. I always, although it happened again, and I have to loan another money for our business to start again. Now, after my son earning his college degree as a cum laude, my son managed the business instead of looking for work and implemented, as I said a while ago, innovation. And we now thriving and have been able to buy the land once we once rented, and that's really a very great achievement for us. Now, as I see it, without failure, success is not possible. Failure as a catalyst for improvement. Constructive criticism promotes iterative learning and advancement in the innovative process. Every time we join the contest, I carefully consider the reasons and assessment techniques. I would always see the criteria. And I picture out myself as a judge. I put myself as a judge, and as I look at the criteria, what qualities would I look for in a participant or contestant, how well the performance would meet the criteria. I've now developed the term alignment. It might be because we have aligned to the criteria on the contest. On the third contest, we won the champion. Now, no matter how hard we try to accomplish our goals in life, nothing will happen if we are not aligned with God's will or the cosmic energy. Positive things happen when we have positive beliefs. And this is where the law of attraction comes into play, as are necessary for the manifestation process. They encourage resilience and enable people to keep going in the face of challenges. I was motivated to launch our business despite not having a large sum of money in our possession, because I believe we could achieve financial independence through entrepreneurship. Despite my husband's negativity before, because he said to himself, "Oh, I cannot do this," but I really insisted to start our business, and I believe that everything is really in alignment to what I've been in my heart. We start. The more we fall, the more determined I am to stand up again and reassure myself that we are destined for success. To conclude my speech in this platform, Never Give Up, allow me to share Kumar's philosophy on positive beliefs. Positive beliefs have a special ability to amplify the manifestation by fostering emotion that resonate with higher vibrational frequencies. Gratitude, for example, I never, every time, even though we fall, even though we fail, I always say thank you, thank you. And I always stand on the five words, it will come to pass. Everything will just come to pass. Everything will just come to pass, whatever it be. It will just come to pass. If we will be aligned into success, we will really become successful people. When people have a deep sense of gratitude for their current circumstances, they align themselves with the frequency of receiving, which can lead to new opportunities. Kumar describes dreams as a canvas for the manifestation of hidden wishes and emotions, emphasizing the role of positive feeling in shaping again, I'm sorry, one's mental landscape and influencing outcomes. Similarly, joy and excitement, which often accompany positive beliefs, act as emotional amplifiers that heighten the individual connection to universal energy. The emotions not only enhance one's ability to visualize and pursue their dreams, but also create a sense of flow and synchronicity where opportunities seem to effortlessly align with one's aspirations. According to AZE, it suggested that dreams filled with vibrant images and emotions can be influenced by past memories and experiences, highlighting the cyclical relationship between beliefs, emotions, and reality. I remember I told a while ago that I imagined my husband counting money, and it really happened. And again, success will never be success without failure. No matter how many failures we experience, and that we never give up. And if you feel, I could say to our listeners that if you feel like giving up, just pause, but never stop. You never know that the last try you will have, that would be your greatest success. So once again, my gratitude to Dr. Namrata and to the FMRU and FMRC, to my new family for this opportunity. And Ma'am Rinka, greater accomplishment and rewards ahead of us. Thank you so much. Namaste.